All right, Allana, I want you to first start to introduce yourself to the folks who are watching.
Hi, everyone. My name is Allana Welch. I lead the implementation of USAID's digital strategy and recently have been leading the process of creating our new 10-year digital policy.
And the timing is good because this is really hot off the press, in draft stage. Do you want to talk a little bit about the journey so far in developing the policy? I know it's been an enormous lift. Your team has worked very hard on this. And then, where do you see it going from here?
Yeah, so definitely has been a big lift. So we actually really only kicked off back in December. So we are about 7 months in. We took pen to paper only about 4 months ago, and we just concluded our public comment period. So this has really become a priority for the whole agency. The administrator has decided that she wants to launch this in July. So
Whoa!
yeah, we are doing this at lightning speed and certainly faster than any other policy has been done at the agency before. So right now we are wrapping up incorporation of public comments. We received over 214 independent comments.
That's an impressive amount.
It was really, really exciting. And so we read every single one of them. So thank you if you were any of the folks who actually...
I'll take feedback very seriously.
We do. Yeah. So we're in the process of incorporating that. And then next Thursday it goes out to the agency for official clearance. And it'll get launched at the end of July. So be on standby for more details. There's going to be a big event.
All right. Well, I want to ask you, because I know this has come up in some of the conversations I've been in, the difference between a digital strategy and a digital policy. Walk us through that for the folks that are watching and may not be familiar, and how you see these two documents, processes kind of living side by side.
Yeah, sure. So actually a few years ago, our policy team undertook a revision to our framework. So really trying to think about how do we reduce burden on the agency. And so in that revision, strategies are now time-bound, very focused documents, budgets attached, learning agendas attached, but really meant to be more in line with like country development strategies. So very discrete. Policies are now something that is very much a guiding document. So by transitioning from a digital strategy to a digital policy, we're elevating the topic within the agency. It becomes more of a guiding principles. It's going to carry more mandates for the agency in terms of how we're going to be doing digital technologies. And it's really looking at how are we shifting the work of the agency for the next 10 years? What are the really rails of the road, or whatever the term we want to use is, that we're going to be living by. And so it is definitely going to be much more institutionalized in terms of the work the agency is going to be doing because it's a policy.
I was interested. I read the policy closely. I was interested also in the conversation we had earlier this morning with some of your colleagues, USAID cybersecurity team. There was a real effort, it seems like, that was made to bring cybersecurity into the fold, maybe that hadn't been done in past iterations of digital development, strategy, and policy making. You want to say more about that collaboration?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the strategy, we actually set up cybersecurity as its own work stream. And from that, we ended up launching our cybersecurity team. But one thing we've really been trying to embrace over the last few years is the fact that cybersecurity can't be a standalone, bolt-on topic. We need to be sewing cybersecurity from the ground in terms of development of new technologies, or as we're considering our programs. And so by weaving it so thoroughly throughout the policy, that's really what we're trying to convey, is that cybersecurity is not a separate thing. It is at the heart of the digital work that we are doing, and it needs to be centered and focused.
Well, Allana, I'm so excited about the work that you're involved in here. I think it's so needed. I've been hearing many great things across the community about it. Any parting thoughts or calls to action that you want to leave this audience with about just that it's coming soon, and we'll do an event to convene around it?
Yeah, there's going to be an event end of July here in DC. We were discussing venues just yesterday, so really fast and furious trying to figure out what this looks like. So be on the lookout for that. But we're going to have more documents coming out in support. We're going to have an implementation plan. We're going to have position papers and more resources. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning. I know it's very high level, but we are going to have more guidance. And later today, for anyone who's here in person or going to be coming and joining in person, we're actually going to have a workshop at 3 talking about how our partners can take the policy forward and how USAID can take it forward.
Well, Allana, we thank you so much for the work that you do, and we're very excited to support along the way. So thanks for joining us in the pop-up studio.